welcome to another episode of the Dramatology Podcast. In this episode, I'm going to be doing a review of a few dramas I am watching. It's a Watchlist digest episode, so I'm not covering one specific drama. This is going to be a short one, so let's get right into it. The first drama I am watching is the currently airing Japanese drama Takara No Vidro, which translates to Takara's Treasure. This is a Japanese drama that I picked up accidentally when I saw a TikTok of it. It is very, very cute and only has 11 episodes. You know, there's something I love about Japanese dramas, and it's that they get right to the point. And also that their romance or just their dramas in general are always very slice of lifey. And that's my favorite genre. Like, slice of life is something I adore, and so I am enjoying this very, very much. I will say that it resembles a lot of the dramas that came before it in a lot of ways. It resembles My Beautiful Man in that Taishin, the protagonist here, is just as obsessed with the object of his affection, Takara, and it's in the same creepy way that he literally moves schools and decides on the school he wants to go to solely because of a guy he met once, and that is the definition of creepy. And Takara also, his character is very much like Kiyoi in that he calls Taishin creepy just like Kiyoi does Hira. And so it's a lot of similarities between those two dramas. But this one is definitely a lot tamer. So I don't expect to see anything risk or mature in this, but you never know. I like it nonetheless, and it's a kind of just easy watch for me. I don't expect anything serious to happen. I don't expect it to be amazing, but it's doing well for me, and I like that about it. So yeah, that's the first drama I am watching. If you're not watching it, I think you should check it out. It's cute. That's just all I have to say. It's very, very cute. And then moving on, another drama I am watching, which is also coincidentally, or maybe not coincidental, is the drama This Love Has No Long Beans. This is a Thai drama that is also currently airing. Has only aired one episode as of the time of its recording, but honestly, it's I think worth mentioning. I will say that the title of the drama is just insane. That title is I have to know where that's coming from, because it's just out of nowhere. And I know translations never work out, and so that's what I expect this is. But I remember seeing the title and being couldn't they have found a better title? Couldn't they have shortened it in some way? But whatever. We'll go with it. It's starring Pon and Psylob from Pit Babe, which is another Thai drama that I watched and I kind of liked. It's not my favorite Thai drama or anything, but it was good enough, and I recognize the chemistry those two have as the secondary couple in Pit Babe. So seeing them here, I will say that I think that they have even better chemistry than half of Thai BL couple ships that they are, which is good for them, right? So I look forward to this. I think that the chemistry between the two of them is going to carry through, and thankfully the actors can act well enough that it doesn't pull me out of the drama, right? So I am actually really enjoying this so far. It's funny as of yet, but I know it's going to be serious at some point, and I know this is going to be a hit. When a drama is going to be a hit, for them I think this is going to be a hit. I think that they work well together and they will bring something magical to the table. I do know that this one is going to be a lot more mature. It's going to be a lot more risk, just because it's this two, and I remember seeing how they went in Pit Babe, and so I know that's coming. I saw the trailer of this as well, and I just know that it's gonna be one of those, right? So I'm looking forward to that as well. And I know that they're going to deliver in a way that's not cringe. So, definitely going to keep watching this to see how it goes. Then the third and final drama I want to talk about and spend a little bit more time talking about is the drama As Beautiful As You Are. This is a Chinese drama that has aired about 15 of the 40 episodes it has. And I've watched about 10, right? 10 or 12, I think. And it is a drama starring Seventan and Shukai. I mean, this is a drama I was gonna watch, not because I am particularly into Shukai and Seventan. Well, Seventan maybe because I really liked her in Go Ahead. That is one of my favorite dramas till this day. But just because there are some dramas that you just check out because of like the star power. And for me, like this combination is impressive enough that I was gonna watch it, right? And I mean, it was something that if it wasn't good, I was gonna drop it immediately. But again, just like the Princess Royale, I think this is doing pretty well, right? In terms of like the character, logic, and how the act makes sense. For those who don't know, this drama basically follows Jisheng, who is this programmer in a medical field, right? She does works in medical devices, right? And so it's a very like niche, I would say, high risk world that she's working in, but it's still very corporate, right? And so given her character, she ends up being kicked out of our company for a bunch of reasons, right? One, jealousy of our boss, because our boss realizes that the object of our affection actually likes Jishing, right? But also because just it's a very like toxic world. They end up like driving her out without actually firing her, right? They just like make her have to resign, right? And as she's doing all this, she also has Hanting, who is played by Shukai, that is this like childhood friend of hers. They went to school together and he has always had a crush on her. He's kind of hovering around her and he likes her and is there almost as a support for her, even though I think at this point she doesn't see it as that, or initially that's kind of not how it appears, right? When she decides to start our company, she's having to go through all this pressure and issues. And I think it's in this that they're going to like move forward in their relationship, right? So it's really the relationship between Jishing and Hanting being someone from like a wealthy family and Jishing not being. And so that's going to be a problem in the future. So again, you've seen this drama a billion times. I think I just want to make one point about this drama. But before I get to that, I just want to say that very impressed with both Seventan and Shukai. They are doing a good job. The way Jishing is written, she's written to be smart, she's written to know what she wants, she's written to be strong and not take handouts. She is very firm in her resolve. Even though she is a little naive in some way, she is still like not too naive, and I like how she comes across, so that's one thing. Also with Anting, he's very smart, he's very clever, and that shows. You can tell a huge weakness he has is Jishing, and that's something that's probably going to like play against him in his fight for the position of the head of his grandfather's company. So very good couple, they work well together. Now, just to mention the one thing I said that makes this drama really fantastic for me, that I would say is very different from almost every other Chinese modern day corporate kind of like small girl in a big world narrative that I've watched a billion times, is the character of her boyfriend. So again, like you expect when you find out that she has a boyfriend, you just know they're going to break up one day, because obviously the male lead is our end goal. That's who she's going to end up with. So at some point her relationship with her current boyfriend is going to break down. Generally, in about 99% of other dramas I've watched, this is done in one way, by making the boyfriend, the fiance, whatever it is that is in the girl's life, cheat on her. If it's not cheating, he's gaslighting her. If he's not gaslighting her, he's abusive in some way. Somehow his character is going to be shown as bankrupt, right? And that is what is going to lead to their breakup. That was what I was expecting when I saw this drama, right? And so at first when they showed her boyfriend, Yi Chen, I immediately thought that, oh, okay, this is how it's going to go down, right? He comes off as so nice. He comes off as so helpful, so supportive of Jishing, that I was actually like, how are they going to show that he's a terrible person? So I immediately already thought that, okay, maybe he has to be cheating on her already, right? And he's just pretending to be a good guy. Adding to the fact that then at some point, Jishing's friend, we come to realize, likes Yi Chen, her boyfriend. So you already know like what I'm thinking. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, it's gonna be one of those like cheat on the female lead with her friend, and it's gonna be terrible, and all that. That's what I was thinking, right? But more and more as more episodes go on, you see just how much Jishing is, I won't say the problem in the relationship, but you see how her new goal of wanting to start her own business has like made their relationship impossible. It has made for what was a common goal of, getting married, having an apartment, being together, impossible, because now she's using her savings that she originally saved up for a place to fund a business, right? And so they are getting further and further away from what was a common goal between them, right? And you see how this has an effect on him. And so when he proposes and she's like, no, not now, and everything, right? I felt his pain and I felt sad for him. And I think it was at that moment, I was like, oh, okay, so this is the point where he's gonna start cheating on Jishing, right? That's what I thought, right? Because again, at that point, Jishing's friend had given him money to help, his mom or something like that, right? So again, all that is happening. So I'm like, that is obviously where it's going to end up. But to my surprise, Yi Chen, her boyfriend, does the right thing and just ends the relationship, right? And I was floored. I was shocked. Like, you should have seen me. I was like, what? Wait, that's a thing that you can have, like, the boyfriend of the female lead be a decent person and end a relationship when he knows it's not working, because that's what he does. And I was like, wow. And so I immediately was very impressed by that one fact, right? And that's kind of what shot this drama up to the top immediately for me, because for Yi Chen, obviously he still loves Jishing, he still cares for her and everything, but he knows himself, he knows what he wants, and he knows that Jishing is no longer following that path with him, and he decides that is, a good reason to end the relationship. And I love him for that. Honestly, I love him for that, because I would have hated if he had stayed and started to resent her because she no longer was able to spend time with him in the way he wanted her to be able to plan their life in the way he wanted her to. And that would have been something that if he had come to resent her for and cheated on her based on that, I would have been very, very angry and annoyed about that. But no, they end the relationship in a very good way, that they can still be cordial to one another, right? And I am very happy about that. Now, spoiler alert for those who don't know or have not seen the end credits for this. Spoiler alert, in that Yi Chen and her friend do, I think, get together and get married, right? I wonder how that's going to play out. Not for Yi Chen, but for her friend, right? Because her friend is technically supposed to be a person, supposed to be on her side and everything. And I mean, there's girls' code and everything. So I don't know how that's going to play out, but at least it's not in that he was cheating on her while they were still in a relationship. I'm just very impressed by that. And I'm glad he wasn't made to be a villain, because he was really sweet and everything. So really thumbs up about that. That's really just what I wanted to talk about. And I think that that's enough reason why I think you should trust this drama and watch it if you're not. I think that it's gonna do well. Hopefully it doesn't mess up the second half, because that does happen with dramas this long. But again, I think as of now it's doing very, very well, and I am really, really happy with the direction it's going. So yeah, that's really all I want to talk about in this episode. Those are the 3 dramas I'm watching, and I think that they are all really entertaining and they're keeping me busy. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this episode. Thank you guys so much for listening, and I hope you have a lovely day. I will see you again next week. Have a lovely one. Bye.